Hi everyone, this is Salvi with your VTuber news today. Before we get into the news, please hit the subscribe, like, and maybe even hit the bell notification icon, and let's get into the first story that we have today. Raki Kazuki, who we had talked about recently when they had said that they were going to be doing on March 15th and 16th, the donothon events. Everything is going towards purchasing the IP from PixelLink, helping fund rewards and bonus stretch goals. Now, the community has been amazing to her, and I do mean amazing to her. Let's take a look at her actual stuff here. Of course, everyone is talking about what's going on. She started here, once it started, 17 hours, when it started, a little over an hour before I'm actually doing this.
Oh my gosh.
She's nervous. And let's go.
Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello.
Let's see, it started 54 minutes or so.
I'm not nervous. Hi.
And
Hi.
she started at around 50 minutes or so. Let's see how quickly it got to it within like 5 minutes. It went from 50 minutes where it started to around 46 minutes. In about 5 minutes, she was already at 20K. At about 5 minutes in, she was already at 20K. This shows you the love and power of the community. The community wanted her back. The community wanted her to stay here. And of course, PixelLink Official did her a solid. I'll be honest, did her a solid. And was like, here's her Streamlabs where you can do it. Please remember the only donations going through Streamlabs will count towards the goals. So of course, these the super chats, while being very welcome, are not going towards the goals. They did mark it here so people wouldn't super chat, and instead of giving the money through super chats, they gave the money to her through to reach her goals. And here it is 20K within the first 5 minutes. Where is she now? As of my recording this, she's at 43K. So she's gonna have to make a lot of stretch goals. She's gonna have to make a lot of different things. If she wants to, of course. She doesn't have to. If she wants to make a lot of stretch goals, she should. Her community and the VTuber community in general has come out and has actually supported her and been like, we want you to stay. We want you to have your IP. We want you to enjoy yourself as the person you are now, not graduate, and just be here with us, continuing on, moving forward. This is a very heartwarming thing. This is something that I always love to show. It is amazing the way the community can come together like this. We start out with a clarification that I feel needs to be made because, of course, people have a bit of a hate boner for me. I have made many mistakes, and there are reasons for people to not like me, but pushing false narratives is not one of them. And also, for them pushing false narratives, it's not good. I mean, if you are going to criticize me on many things, oh boy, do you have a lot to criticize me on. And I know that, but this is not one of them. Let's go. Says, how did people figure out that the leaked messages belong to blank? Yes, I redacted it again. Why? Because I don't want that person to be harassed. From what I remember, both False and Rima actually censored the name of the liver in their videos and apparently blurred it out in one of Rima's live streams that came after the videos. But by then, people already were talking about it being the person that people know about right now. In the comment section, even in the sub, haven't seen my stuff basically here. On the matter, so I know you too, is one of the leakers approached as well. My assumption, the batch of leaked messages, there were messages between the liver and who I assume is the leaker, known as the friend of the liver, is being done on Twitch. I remember correctly, those interactions were basically, he's talking about, how people may have done the sleuthing and that kind of stuff. So let's figure this out. And of course, I saw this, and I was not going to put the actual messages through because, again, they leaked the name of the person who is supposedly the person who was the big whistleblower for what Aster is doing. It's about really long post. Simple answer is Salvi effed it up because he didn't do his due diligence. We uploaded a video talking about the leaks a month and a half before Rima and False. Makes me wonder what these people's goals are. It wasn't a month and a half. It was more like, I think, maybe a week before Rima talked about it. Releasing dramas every single time without any proof. You can get famous. Even parrots will shtick, blah, blah, blah. So they're saying I leaked it. Between Frank and blah, the names is censored, but a lot of people suspected it was blank due to one of the conversations one of them had, and the emotes were chatting. Some people dismissed the emote as fitting emotions. Basically, some people did some sleuth work. And the reason why I talk about this, and it's people say that it was me who messed it up. But here's the thing. Rima, of course, she does. I have deep respect for Rima, 100%. Because she does the extra work. She goes and makes sure everything is done. And these things here, just to show that it's not her doing the redactions, and it's actually my video. Let's take a look. Well, I mean, we don't need audio, but let's take a look as I talk. She's watching my video. Yes, I did those extra redactions. Yes, I did those extra things. As you can see, her tail phases through that. So I redacted that. I redacted the throne, which is also shown to me. I continue with the redactions. I not only did the scrambling of the names, I redacted everything that I could. And she even goes and watches everything that I do. She looks at everything that has been done. These are all my redactions, by the way. As you can see, her tail goes in front of them, not behind them. So these are all my redactions. These are all the redactions that I've done, and that can be seen because she plays those snippets of my video. As you can see here, I'm talking with the redactions being there. She skips through a lot of them, of course, because she's wanting to read the actual things. Those redactions were done by me. These are all my actual redactions. This wasn't something that was done after the fact. All these things were done by me. I even redacted the PFP, the profile picture of the actual person there. So I even redacted the message thing down here. I did everything that I could to prevent this. So I spent hours actually on this. So to say that I was intentionally leaking things, I was intentionally doing things not the right way in order to not care about what was going on, I spent hours redacting it. Maybe there was one thing or two that when it came to an actual emote, I was informed of that early on, and I redacted it further in the video. By the time it came out, you guys already saw the redacted version. Everything was redacted. So a lot of people let me know about that. I even redacted it in the live stream that I did, that people were worrying about, because people were like, oh, this emote might give people, an idea. All this stuff was my redactions. She's going through my actual video. So her doing the extra work of making sure that, and there was nothing that could obviously be seen or treated as being evidence of, it being one person or the other, kind of throws your stuff into a bit of a loop. I know you guys have a hate boner for me. I know there are people who have a hate boner for me, and that's perfectly fine. But let it be a legit thing that you guys are criticizing me for, not some BS and trying to pin it all on me. Like people said here, send it to multiple people, and the rest of the messages down here, I mean, you can always check it out. The actually says genuine question specifically on that, specifically one that I haven't, that is one that you can look up on Kurosanji if you want to see what people are saying. But too many people actually put the name of the person on there. Like I said, I never want the name of the person out there. You may already know who it is because it's been leaked without any kind of redactions by other people. I wasn't one of them, as I've shown proof right here of her reacting to my stuff, of Rima reacting to my stuff. And Rima is a person who holds herself to a high standard. I try myself, but in my artistic dumbassness, I'm just a dumbass in a lot of things, and I do make mistakes. But they're using Rima as a way to discredit me, but Rima has actually used my video as something to look at. So it kind of falls flat, in my opinion. Someone did a bit of work here and checked out Nijisanji EN's new wave by The Beat after their debut. Before their debut, all of them were around, just to give you a bit of context, most of them were around 10 to 15k subscribers before they came in. So just by being announced, they were around 10k subscribers, which is still pretty good. I mean, more than what I have. And they doubled or tripled everything, as you can see here. Zeal Ginjoka, I hope that I'm saying it correct. Calyx Debonair has around 34k. Sable has around 33k, and Freodor has 35k. So this is, of course, their 8.1k views for their 8.2k views, 7.1k views, and things like that for their debuts and things like that. This one is an outlier, the one in the very beginning. I think this was taken probably before the live was finished. The debut was finished. I think that was probably taken before that. So a lot of these have gotten a good amount of views now, and this is good. This is a success, a moderate success. It's not way back in the early days of Nijisanji EN type of success, but at least, unfortunately, I have to say unfortunately because it sucks that Donoth did not get this type of success when they started. Donoth has been clawing their way up through their own efforts, not through Nijisanji EN being a good company. And these people, there's a risk, of course, that they are going to get botted, like Yuki Wilson did, by either rabid fans or antis who want to be like, look, they can only do good things because they're botted. That is a possibility. That is absolutely a possibility. I will give them credit where credit is due. Getting 30k subscribers when you have your debut is good. Doubling or tripling what you were actually able to get in your debut is amazing for anybody, especially now for Nijisanji EN in the very bad position that they're in. I do honestly hope that some change has happened and that maybe they're going to get some sort of support. That may be a little bit too positive for many of you. That may be actually something that is not going to happen, but we can only hope, because the people behind the mask, the people behind the VTubers, deserve to have at least some support. A bit of a warning, trigger warning, whatever you want to call it, to skip to the next chapter. Of course, I'm going to have this in a video. The next chapter is going to be marked on that video. Skip to the next chapter if you do not want to hear about this. As you can see here, it is going to be something heavy. It is more of a cautionary tale. I do want this to be out there just for people to pay attention. Be careful, especially if you're a VTuber like myself, who has been doxxed, because I've been doxxed, so people know where I live. I have to be very careful of where I go and what I do. So, of course, this is spreading that word to you guys. A VTuber speaks on how blank of a Japanese streamer is never justified. Credit to the VTuber talking about this, and of course, here it is. Blank is never justified, but I found some extra context that I thought would be interesting to share. A viewer was not parasocial or anti-fan in the traditional sense, as a viewer that never spoke to their favorite streamer before. So they were someone that was creepy, a stalker, whatever you want to call it, but they did not speak to their person before, so there was no seeming parasocialism like connection there other than what their demented mind was thinking. He had met up with the woman multiple times before. They wouldn't text. Oh, never mind. This is different. This is actually them texting through line. I mistook the first one. So they would text through line. She would borrow money multiple times from him. So this was actually a parasocial situation. Big correction. It was actually a parasocial situation. Without repayment, his last straw was when he gave 25K, 25,000 around late 2023, and has been asking for the money back ever since. They've been promising that they were going to pay it back. They never did, with no repayment. This is not him donating money on stream and asking for it back. This is him lending money with the expectation of getting it back, as she personally reaches out to him and asks for it. He was in his 40s and it's schizophrenic. So there you can see schizophrenia is it is a psychological disorder. It does make you think people are out for you and other things. It's very, very complex. I'm not going to go over it here. Streamers practice basic safety and don't leech off your viewers like this. Incredibly sad story. Don't leech off your viewers. Don't let them know where you live. Don't meet up with them unless you've known them like as actual, like, for example, if they are longtime friends, then you could go, but don't meet up near your house. You can go meet up with them at like TwitchCon. You can go meet up with them at other conventions, things like that. Places where are far from where you live, where they will not be able to find you in any way. It is something that is common in from what I've heard from, Korea, Japan, those places. I do remember some stories in the past of people doing this. A little bit more common than it would be over here in the US. But let's continue on with what was originally posted. Female IRL streamer in Japan had happened multiple times and blanked in broad daylight by a deranged fan on stream. So they were live streaming. The woman was live streaming, an IRL streamer. The person found out where they were. They went and attacked them in broad daylight in front of many people. Insane parasocialism is no effing joke. Even in a country that's deemed to be incredibly safe, something like this can still happen because there can still be deranged people. There can still be crazies out there. Be very, very careful. And this is where it happened. This is the best that can be done here. I'm not going to show you anything further. Viewer wasn't just parasocial. He had met the streamer multiple times, as I had shown before in what had been shown before. And of course, this is a rough one, of course, for you guys and for me. It sucks. But again, I'm saying this. I'm putting this out there. I'm putting it out for you guys to remember. If you guys ever want to stream, if you are a VTuber streamer, be very, very careful. Make sure that they do not know where you live. Unfortunately, I have already been doxxed heavily. I've been nuclear doxxed, so I run that risk already. I'm not big enough to have people with super parasocial on me, but it's still a risk because people know where I work, people know where I live, people know my family's names. I know because I've been told this. I've been shown the evidence of this, and it sucks. Luckily, the site that had it is gone, but I don't know how many people saw it before that happened. I have taken extra precautions. Other people like Camila and others have taken extra precautions. It is a very scary place out there. Please be safe. This is something where I should say you should send love to people who are feeling this way if you ever find them anywhere. And this time it's Dearsqn or Dearsqn, whatever one you call them. They have put something out saying, sorry, locking my account until I'm feeling better. I'll try not to sad post, but in case I do, I don't want my Oshis potentially seeing it. I think I might actually need a therapist, but part of me feels like they won't be able to help at all. I really just want to quit. So that was a low moment. I'm sorry. I'm such a loser. I hate my brain. I hate when I get like this. Everyone gets like this, Dearsqn. Everybody gets like this. I've gotten like this. Oh boy, have I gotten like this. But this is all about her right now. Hope she feels better, but I'm a bit out of the loop. Any context? She has the episodes from time to time, as I do too. And she recently went out to actually, yell at AX over the money-hungry BS. Me being sad, depressed is greater than me being sad, depressed, oh baby on private. I'll lock again later. So she went out here to say AX is BS with their money-hungry BS. Yes, they are. Because I think the Premiere Fan Pass, I think it's like almost $1,000 now for Anime Expo. I stopped going when it was $500. I think that's the most I ever spent for Premiere Fan. Cons at this point, cons have always gotten me very, very anxious. My anxiety skyrockets. I'm usually very medicated when I go there. That's the only way I can enjoy it. So yeah, I don't go there anymore. Nothing knocks me out of my depressive moods more than getting pissed off at something. Exactly. Sometimes anger is what picks us back up. So she's feeling a bit better. But still, send her lots of love. Never trust how you feel about your life after 7 p.m. local time. Always try to take advantage of your sudden drive to single-handedly change the world. At 4 a.m., if you're a guy, always bring a change of clothes in the backpack when going on a long flight. This is all the advice I can give today. So yeah, Dearsqn has had some moments where she feels down. She is very successful in what she does, but that doesn't mean that there aren't going to be moments when she has depressive episodes. And these moments, of course, send them all the support that you can if you ever find them having these episodes. Aliceixia is an indie VTuber who has been undergoing some cancer treatments in the past and has been very, very open about it with her community because she's had to take some breaks because, yes, cancer treatments, especially, chemotherapy, will weaken you to a point where you will not be able to get up. I had a family member that had to go through that. Sadly, they did pass away, but I do know the whole situation with chemotherapy. It will wear you down because, guess what? It is radiation being sent through your body. It ends the life of cells beyond what the tumor is. So, of course, that is a big situation there. Coming Monday, 17th of March, she's going to be taking some time off. She will be hospitalized again because her cancer treatment has been deemed inadequate by the doctors from home. So it is not treating the cancer correctly. It is not treating her situation correctly. In order for her to survive, they want her to be able to go to the hospital and get it treated as seriously as it has there, because then they can treat her symptoms correctly, the symptoms of the treatment, the nausea, the weakness, that type of thing. They can treat it there. She can be under their care fully. She does plan to return. If she can, her condition doesn't seem to worsen again. Feel free to support her streams when she returns. She's a very good bean. Only half of the reason, if Link stream is talked about, she is being sent there for mental evaluation due to removing the IVs yesterday from the chemotherapy. So the thing is, of course, they want to see if it's just frustration or if it's something deeper that needs to get dealt with. It could be as, it's a situation I can't even imagine because I've never been through that. I've had family that's gone through that. I myself have not gone through that, so I can't even imagine the type of mental toll it could take on somebody. Enough for them to remove their IVs? Yeah, that's scary, and that should be evaluated for, the betterment of them and their health. Their mental state has been on the decline ever since the diagnosis, but I didn't know it had gotten this bad. Get well soon. Damn, I wish her all the best. This here is more for that. Wishing her the best, sending her all the support you can, in Twitter, etc. You find her there. And, of course, remembering that no matter what, other people are also struggling through their things. And to have a little bit of patience, have a little bit of love, have a little bit of kindness. Show some kindness around there, because you never know what someone is going through. HP has done a lot of things with Hololive in the past, where, they have had them promote their products, which, of course, is what big agencies do. And, of course, in Japan, you have anything you can do with VTubers can help you a lot. So in this case, the admission procedures for both of you have been completed. Shirokami Fubuki and Sakura Miko. Please come to school at 7 p.m. on March 15th. The season when cherry blossoms bloom is also the season when cherry blossoms fall. So this is their admitting letter there. And it says, I also received a challenge from Hololive. Does Hololive like sending out more challenges? Final battle begins March 16th at 7 p.m. This is the one, which is sideways, as they always are. Letter of challenge. It will be March 16th, 2025 at 7 p.m. We challenge HP Japan to a duel. Hololive's enemy. He kept messing around with us. This puts us at an end of the feud with HP Japan. We don't want a war of words like we have had until now. Words are no longer necessary. What is required of HP Japan now? Only Iron Fist punishment using physical strength. Hololive was selected. Sell your PC to Hololis for a high price. Such intentions would be basically, they're saying you're selling it for too high price. Such intentions will be crusted with his overwhelming IP, carrying the name of Hololive, etc., etc., etc. So basically, don't sell it for too high, that type of thing. It's a challenge letter. Letter of challenge directly to HP. Because it came out like this, the translation came out like this. It hurts the eyes, but that's what happened. So HP and them, let's see what's going to happen this weekend. It's going to be on the 15th and 16th. So, of course, take a look and see what happens there. Taking a look at the spinning PP Tenchi meme. It is, of course, PP Tenchi being Kanata from the 4th generation of Hololive. Credit goes to Reiruka-san, which is this one here, who does the spin, the little Kanata spin, and of course big Kanata looking at her. And of course that's always very cute, very cute. And this is the bigger one in case you wanted to see a little bit closer. It is her in a nice little, it looks like an blue axolotl suit. It's probably because of the fact, is it a blue axolotl suit? If it is, it's because of the fact that she was one of the first in the Holo member servers to get a blue axolotl, I believe. Spin to win! And of course, people are of course loving Disco PPT, and of course other people showing their own. Super cute. Love the spin. Just showing you guys something cute. Welcome back everybody to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up and coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between, because I like the VTuber community and I do want it to grow in some way, and I want to see others grow in some way as well. Today we're talking about Chaoui, a VTuber, who is a raccoon VTuber, English and French. And there we go. Let's take a look at their channel so far. This is Chaoui. I'm pronouncing it wrong. I can guarantee you I'm pronouncing it wrong. Chaoui, a space raccoon trying to dig through universe's garbage. The garbage can. Again, I apologize because I know I'm saying it wrong. Here we go. They are playing some SCP, again, Containment Breach. Let's take a look.
Any disobedient test subjects, so don't try anything stupid.
Don't worry, bro. I'm a very obedient boy.
There you go.
Please. Dr. Harp.
Ooh, I'm running call.
On line 3.
Man, I'm hungry. Hey, today's pizza day down at the cafeteria, right? Actually,
I've played the Roblox version of this.
Oh, god damn it.
The person who did it did a really good job.
The only reason
I get lost a lot. The person did a really good job.
About that pizza, but it's
Overall.
Tuna casserole, on the other hand, is a disgusting abomination, and it should be locked up in here with the rest of these freaks.
So yeah, that's a little bit of what they're doing. And again, thank you so very much. This is the channel again, Chaoui. Thank you so much for allowing me to showcase you on my channel and show you to everyone that I can. I hope that this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.